When you are approaching the value of x nearer and nearer to a from the left side, we call it as a left hand limit. Now why this is left hand limit and right hand limit is necessary? Because it is necessary to say whether the function is continuous or not. If you want to find the right hand limit, you have to replace it by a plus h. If I show that the limit of the function is equal to f of 0, it is enough, the given function is continuous. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all. This is your Shruti ma'am, lecturing in Vidyashram, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. So we are in the last session of the chapter, Limits and Continuity of a Function. In this session, we will be discussing about the continuity of a function. So, what do you mean by a continuity of a function? Let's see now. So, before that, we have to learn what is the left hand and right hand limit. That is one-sided limits we call them. So, a left hand limit is the limit as when x tends to a from the left side of the a. I already said if you have a point at x is equal to a, when you are approaching the value of x nearer and nearer to a from the left side, we call it as a left hand limit, and when you take x tends to a very little value approaches near to a from the right side, we call it as a right hand limit. So here we have the limit of the function f of x when x tends to a from the left side of a, that is from the left side of a, it is called the left hand limit, and when we write it in the form of a limit, we write it as a minus. Minus indicates we are approaching a from the left side. Similarly, the same concept, when you are approaching a value of a nearer from the right side, we call it as a right hand limit as x tends to a, and we write in the form of RHL is equal to limit f of x as x tends to a plus. Plus indicate we are approaching a from the right hand side. Now, how to find the limit, that is the left hand limit as well as the right hand limit of a function? First, to find the left hand limit, as we are approaching from the left side of point A, we have to take x is equal to a minus h in the place of f of x. For example, if f of x is equal to x is given, then we have to replace x by a minus h, that is here also a minus h, and we have to replace as x tends to a to h tends to 0. So this is how we are going to find the left hand limit. So if you put a minus h, then we can find the left hand limit. Similarly, to find the right hand limit, we have to replace it with a plus h, and we have to substitute as h tends to 0. So therefore, the limit f of x as h tends to 0, so in the place of x you are replacing a plus h, then you can find the right hand limit. Now why this is left hand limit and right hand limit is necessary? Because it is necessary to say whether the function is continuous or not. So now let's see what is continuity of a function. Any function in the form of y is equal to f of x is said to be continuous at x is equal to a if f of a exists and your limit h tends to 0 f of x is equal to f of a. That is, both your left hand limit and right hand limit must be equal to the function at the point A. The function value must be equal to the left hand limit and right hand limit. That's why we have written limit f of x as h tends to 0. That is, you have to find both left hand limit and right hand limit so that they are equal to the functional value of the given function. If it is not continuous at x is equal to a, we call it as discontinuous function. Now, when the function may call at discontinuity. So this is possible in two cases. The first case is f of a may not exist. To say the function is continuous, my first condition is f of a exists. If it is not exist, then we call it as a discontinuous function. Suppose if f of a exists, then also the function may be discontinuous. How? Look at the second point. The limit f of x h tends to 0 also exists. F of a also exists, but they are not equal. What is the condition for continuity? The second point, the left hand limit, right hand limit must be equal to the functional value. But whenever left hand limit also exists, right hand limit also exists, f of a also exists, but if they are not equal, we call them as a discontinuous function. So, to a function to be continuous, f of a must be exist, the LHL and RHL must be equal to f of a. If not, they are said to be discontinuous function. Now here, show that the function modulus x is continuous at x is equal to 0. How a modulus function is defined? Modulus function is defined for all x less than 0. We have to take it as minus x. For all x is equal to 0, the value is 0. And for all x greater than 0, the value is positive. So this is the definition of a function. So at x is equal to 0, x less than 0 becomes the left hand limit and x greater than 0 becomes the right hand limit. We can approach from right side as well as left side. Now let us apply the LHL, RHL as a f of a. Now what happens? At f of 0, they have given at x is equal to 0, we have to find the value. Now what is f of 0? So at x is equal to 0, the functional value is 0. Now let's see the left hand limit. So LHL, that is limit as x approaches to 0 from left side, what is its functional value? So 0 minus means it is behind 0, that is x less than 0, there it is equal to minus x. If you apply the limit as x tends to 0, the value is 0 only. Next RHL, that is limit f of x as x approaches from right side. So we write plus. So right side means it is greater than 0. For greater than 0, the function is x. Now apply the limit here also. So if you put x is equal to 0 for this function, this is also 0. Clearly you can see your left hand limit, right hand limit is equal to the functional value. So therefore we can call mod x is continuous at x is equal to 0. So this is how we can prove the given function is continuous or not. So next question, prove that f of x is equal to x square plus 1 for x less than 2, 5 for x is equal to 2, 4x minus 3 for x greater than 2 is continuous at x is equal to 0. So if this is the point 2, then x less than 2 becomes your left hand limit and x greater than 2 becomes your right hand limit. So let's see first what is f of 2. So f of 2 at x is equal to 2, the value is already defined. So f of 2 is 5. Now we are supposed to calculate the left hand limit, that is limit as x tends to 2 minus. We are approaching from left side. If x is less than 2, the function is x square plus 1. Now if you want to find the left hand limit, you have to replace x by a minus h and x tends to a as h tends to 0. Now let's apply it now. So limit as h tends to 0 and here the value of a is 2. The given point is given, that is 2. So this becomes 2 minus h whole square plus 1. Now apply the limit as h tends to 0. If you put h is equal to 0, this becomes 2 square plus 1 whose value is 5. So the left hand limit value is 5. Next, right hand limit, that is limit as x approaches from right side. When it is approaches from right side, x greater than 2, the function value is 4x minus 3. If you want to find the right hand limit, you have to replace it by a plus h. So a value is here 2. So it becomes limit x tends to 2 becomes h tends to 0. 4 into 2 plus h minus 3. Now put h is equal to 0. This becomes 4 to the 8 minus 3, which is equal to 5. You can see the left hand limit is equal to the right hand limit, which is also equal to the functional value f of 2. F of a also exists. Left hand limit and right hand limit also exist, and they are equal. So therefore, what we can conclude, f of x is continuous at x is equal to 2. So this is how we can find the continuity of a function. So next question, if f of x is equal to x power 4 minus 256 by x minus 4 for x not equal to 4 and a for x is equal to 4 is continuous at x is equal to 4, find the value of a. So they have already given the function is continuous. So no need to prove the left hand limit, right hand limit and functional value are equal. So we have to find only the value of a. Now if this is the point 4, this is x is equal to 4. Now at the point x is equal to 4, that is f of 4 value is a now, which is a constant. We have to find what is the value of a. But we know the left hand limit, right hand limit and functional value is same. If we find LHL, RHL, we can find the functional value. But here for x not equal to 4 implies that we have two possibilities. One, x can be less than 4 or x can be greater than 4. So for both left hand limit and right hand limit, the function is same. So let us directly apply the limit as x tends to 4 for x power 4 minus 256 divided by x minus 4. Now this can be written in the form of limit x tends to 4, x power 4 minus 4 power 4 divided by x minus 4. Remember the limit as x tends to a, x power n minus a power n divided by x minus a can be written as n into a power n minus 1. So therefore here this can be written in the form of, so 4 into 4 power 3 minus 1, which is 4 into 4 cube, whose value is 256. Now since limit of x tends to 4, the function value is same as f of 4. Because this is equal to 256 and this is equal to a, we can conclude a is equal to 256. So next question, show that the function f of x 1 plus 3x over 1 by x, x not equal to 0, e cube when x is equal to 0 is continuous at x is equal to 0. If I show that the limit of the function is equal to f of 0, it is enough, the given function is continuous. Now, if x is equal to 0 is the point here, x not equal to 0 implies x is less than 0 or x is greater than 0. So for both left hand and right hand limit, the function is same. Now let's find the limit of a function for x tends to 0 and for x is equal to 0, it is already given, the function is e cube. So for f of 0, it is e cube. Now let us apply the limit as x tends to 0 for this function. So limit as x tends to 0, 1 plus 3x to the power 1 by x. Now remember the form, that is 1 plus x to the power 1 by x is e now. So limit as x tends to a, 1 plus x to the power 1 by x is equal to value e. So if I have 3x here, then I should have 3x here also. So for this, what I will do is limit x tends to 0, 1 plus 3x to the power 1 by 3x, I'll multiply with 3 again. So that 3 and 3 get cancelled, we'll get back. If you apply the limit for this function, it is e. And outside you have cube, so therefore it is u cube. Clearly you can see the limit of the function as x tends to 0 is equal to f of 0. Both are e cube. So therefore, f of x is continuous at x is equal to 0. Next, the same concept we can see f of x is k plus x at x is equal to 1, 4x plus 3 at x not equal to 1. Let's show that it is continuous at x is equal to 1. Now, f of 1 is given as k plus x. So, they have given already the function is continuous. We are supposed to find the value of k. Now, let apply the limit as x tends to 1 for the function 4x plus 3. No need to find LHL and RHL because it is given not equal to 1. Not equal to 1 means less than 1 or greater 1. So, LHL and RHS function value is same. So, apply the limit here now. So, this is 4 into 1 plus 3, that is equal to 7. Now, they have given that continuous at x is equal to 1. So, they have given since limit of the function as x tends to 1 is same as the f of 1. So, this is 7 and this is k plus 1 here. So, k is equal to 7 minus 1 is 6. So, the value of k is 6 here. So, f of 1 is k plus x in the place of x, you are replacing it with 1. Next question. Find k if the function f of x is equal to e power 2x minus 1 over x when x not equal to 0 and k if x is equal to 0 is continuous at x is equal to 0. So, given the function is continuous, so the left hand limit, right hand limit and function value is same. So, at x as 0, the functional value is k. Now, let us apply the limit for this function. So, limit as x tends to 0, e power 2x minus 1 divided by x. So, remember the form limit x tends to a e power x minus 1 by x. This value is equal to 1, the standard limit. So, here you have 2x. So, what you are supposed to do, you have to multiply 2. It should be in this form. But here it is already 2x. For the denominator, I need 2. So, what I will do here, e power 2x minus 1 I will keep as it is. Here I will multiply 2 and divide 2 so that it becomes 2x. Now, you can apply the limit. So, if you apply the limit for this function, it is of the form e power x minus 1 by x whose value is 1 and this is 2. So, the value is equal to 2. Now, since the limit of the function as x tends to 0 is same as the function at x is equal to 0. Now, this is equal to 2 and this is k. So, therefore, the value of k is equal to 2. So, in today's session, we have discussed about the continuity of a function. To say a function is continuity, the left hand limit, the right hand limit must be equal to the functional value. Then only we can say it is continuous. And we have solved the problems to find the unknown values. So, this is all about the chapter limits and continuity of a function. We'll meet you in the next session with the new chapter. Until then, keep watching, keep learning and keep exploring. Thank you.